Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Ryan's Floral Wreath. Let's make a Christmas wreath today, and this time it's Nutcracker. I'm using all Dollarama items except for one ribbon. So Nutcracker's Dollarama, I have 4 different types of ribbons. One is white with silver snowflake, and it's like a fabric material. One is red velvet. The other one it's green burlap with gold accent. And the last one it's the red, white, and green ribbon. I got this from Michael's. So Michael's actually have buy one get one free sale right now. If you guys need ribbons, go check Michael's. Also have ornaments, red and green. Not sure if I'm gonna use this one for the wreath. And then I have this one, a bit bigger ornaments. Then I have this mesh, also from Dollarama. It's 21 inch, 9 feet long. And then I have the wreath frame, using 14-inch wreath frame, and I already put pipe cleaners around it. Each has 3 pipe cleaners, and I'm alternating the pipe cleaners, so 2 on the bottom, the first 2 frame, and then 1 on the last 2 frame, the inside. Then the next one I alternated 1 on the first 2 that's closer to me, and then 2 from the inside. So alternate that and you come up with, I believe, 18 zip ties in each, because it has 6 rows. So let's get started. So right now I'm putting all the ends together, and I'm gonna do a bubble poof method. And to the reason why I'm doing that is to cover the whole wreath frame. It gives that fullness look of the wreath. So I'm tying my ends right now, and then I'm gonna do 10 inches. So every 10 inches I gather them together and making sure the ends are inwards. So 10 inch, gather. Oh, my ends came out. So and this is why I like using with zip ties more than the pipe cleaners. So right now I'm just putting a pipe cleaner, and then at the end when I'm done I put the zip tie to secure everything. So I'm redoing it again. I'm making sure this time I tied it tightly. So I do 10 inches again, and I do my first poof or my bubble, and then I will go to the next zip tie, and then I tie it. So I'm leaving enough zip tie because I'm gonna be putting some ribbons on top of the mesh. So I continue to keep doing this until I finish, and then I'll do the next one. So just continue doing the foot method, and then every zip ties, pipe cleaners, you do 10 inches in each. So here's the third one, doing it, and then I'm putting it on the third pipe cleaners. So I always start from the outside, and then I work myself inwards. So by the time it's done, it's really full. So I'm just fluffing it out to see how much I can cover up the wreath. Okay, so the mesh I'm using is 9 feet. I used some from my previous project, and one mesh from Dollarama can cover the whole 14-inch frame. But in this case, I was short, and my last poof was too small, so I had to redo it and make a new readjust my poof, or else it doesn't look too nice, or it looks too weird when you have a small poof and everything else is like all the same. Even though if it's the end of the mesh, it just looks weird. I even tried putting it in the inner frame, as you can see, but again it was too short, so that's why I had to redo it again and make my last poof close to the same as every poof that I have done. So beginners, it is okay to make mistakes, and as you can see myself, I'm recording this, I made a mistake, and that's fine. That's how we correct ourselves. That's how we make sure that everything is in the same place, same size, same height as you want. So now I'm poofing it out more to see how much it can cover, and as you can see, it's covered the whole entire outside frame of the wreath frame. So I'm getting my new mesh, and same thing, I'm gonna gather and I'm going to tie the inside part now. So usually I buy my mesh from Michael's or Canadian Reed Supplies or another wholesalers, and buying a 21-inch, I get about 20 feet or 50 feet, and then I would get enough. But for Dollarama mesh, it's not enough. I don't think it's worth buying the mesh if you're trying to sell it, because it's 9 feet and each mesh is almost $3. So if you're doing a 14-inch, it should cover one roll of the 9 feet. So but if you're doing a bigger one, it's going to be 2 of the mesh. So the bigger it is, the more mesh. So if you're going to buy it from Michael's, I bought some from Michael's when they have sales. Usually just buy one roll, and then it would give me about 2-3 of the 18-inch reed frame and to do a project, and then Michael's it's about 20 feet, so I save enough money there. But if you're a beginner buying Dollarama mesh, go for it, especially if you're on a budget and you wanted to try to making wreaths for yourselves. Buying the mesh from Dollarama is a good way to start. So as you can see, I did a few poofs already for the inside, and you can tell like how full it looks. So I'm just poofing it out just to make sure that I covering all my frame. But see how nice it is. It's actually really covering everything. So I'm at the end now. I'm attaching the end parts, and looks like I'm struggling here, but look how full the frame is just doing the proof. And I can just leave it the way it is. It's just perfectly nice because of the stripes of the mesh. So I'm fluffing it out, trying to make it as big as possible, and as you can see, it's very poofy. So I'm just adjusting the end because I didn't like it, how much it's sticking out compared to the rest. This is like the most easy technique to cover up your wreath and to start as well. So now after I did everything, poofing it out, I'm zip tying each pipe cleaners I put, and I'm zip tying it in one frame to secure it so nothing will falls off or goes out of place. And so you can see the whole mesh, it's covered. Look how beautiful that is. So full. It's so Christmassy too. And look at the sparkling. So now with the nutcracker, I'm trying to figure out where to put it. And usually I buy the signs, but this time around I'm gonna use the nutcracker itself on the mesh, and we'll see from there as I'm puffing it out. So now I'm going to put my ribbons. I cut them 12 inches in length, so I'm folding it in the middle, and then I'm going to pinch it at the middle, and then I'm going to put it where the zip ties were. So basically I'm alternating the ribbons from white and green, and then red velvet with the stripes all around it. And that's why I didn't cut the zip tie, because I wanted to put the ribbons on top of it, so that way I don't have to use another form of zip ties to secure it. So now I'm doing the red with the stripes. So the striped ribbons I got from Michaels. Once again, they're having sales right now. It's buy one get one free, and I bought maybe 4 different kinds of ribbons, and this is one of them. So the green burlap is from Dollarama. So I'm putting the design on top of the red velvet one. I like the velvet one, it's really nice. It just gives that color to pop up on the frame, on the wreath, as much as I like the white and the green burlap as well. So again, with this one, I'm trying to spread it out and put in the pipe cleaners, alternating it around the wreath frame. So now the main focal point is the nutcracker, so I'm trying to figure it out how to put it together and still figuring out how much ornaments and what type of ornament should I put on the wreath frame. So I decided to do the medium size of the frame, the ornament. And again, so this one I'm just gonna glue it, put it around where I want, pretty much on the wreath frame. If you guys have any questions to ask, leave a comment down below and I will reply to any of your questions on anything about making wreaths. So now I'm cutting those excess pipe cleaners around the wreath frame, because now I'm done putting all the ribbons. Even though I cut 6 of each of the ribbon, I have about 2 extras of each, but that's okay because I can use it for other projects. So now I'm going through all of the mesh and cut all the pipe cleaners. Okay, so once I'm done, I'm checking everything that it's tied up together. The ribbons are tied properly, so in this case I cut it too short, and so that's why you saw that the ribbon came off. But that's okay. I put it back again with the zip ties, so now I'm fluffing it out, making sure the ribbons are sticking out. I didn't put too much ribbon because of the stripes of the mesh, and it was already getting busy. So with the nutcracker, I used the wire frame. The wire from also Dollarama. It's a black one, so I tied it around the waist, and then I covered the back, because if I didn't cover the back, you can see the frame from the other side, and you can see it through, and it doesn't look nice. So I put a black felt at the back so that the mesh will stand out more. If I don't, then it just looks not nice. So again, I'm playing around with the ornaments once I secure my nutcracker in the middle, And so I'm just gonna alternate putting lots of glue around the frame. Okay, so once I put the big ornaments, I put the small ornaments around it just to give more depth and texture and the voluminous of the wreath. And that is fine. It's up to you where you guys want to put your ornaments. So I didn't really put a lot of ornaments on the mesh because I really like the mesh a lot because it's giving that nice full and depth and the texture of it, and you can really see the stripe from far, so it's okay to like step back and see the whole wreath itself, so that way you know where to put all your ornaments. So if I'm putting a gold ornaments on the top, I do the opposite and putting on the bottom to give it balance on the wreath. So I hope you guys like my quick and easy tutorial using Dollarama product. Hit the like button and subscribe. Until then, see you guys on the next project.